Hello and welcome to the first ever community showcase. If it's your first time, consider subscribing and joining the swarm. I'm here with Rena.
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 Yep.
As much as I love speaking English, I think this language is dumb.
I know. I think you moved to the UK and then the language goes weird. It's such a small country and you travel 5 miles and all of a sudden the accent changes. They have so many words for the same thing and it all depends on where you are in the country. Like a bread roll for a sandwich, it's a different thing in different cities. It's like a cob or a scram or something. It's really weird. And they butter everything. I'm like, I want a ham sandwich and they put butter in it. Ugh. You'll say to them, well, can I have mayonnaise? And then they'll put mayonnaise on top of the butter. What monstrosity have you given me?
What the fuck is that? What is that?
And so today we'll be showcasing this ridiculous base.
I was setting this up and everything tonight and I was like, I hope this is a decent person. They're actually going to show up. And this took me forever trying to make it symmetrical.
I do kind of like the almost like chain type of look as it goes out. That does look really cool. This massive base includes a pet store with all the different pets, even featuring the elusive pet rock. And around the corner is the egg incubators, an apothecary with all of the alchemy stations, and even includes a plague mask wearing shopkeeper, a piece of land formerly known as Hobo Town, filled with tents and grubs on sticks, featuring the mining trader. A giant detailed graveyard with a giant plushie completely encompassing a large spacious cathedral with a priest at the table and a large throne just for me.
I like your chair.
All in the shape of a cross. The holographic trader has a small futuristic house. Right above is a huge space with chests and drills. Now, why are you drilling into the chests?
So if I put things in this chest, it will take it out and it'll go from each chest to each chest until it goes to the one that has it in it.
After I steal it.
After you steal it.
Don't touch my shit.
So it automatically sorts it.
That is awesome. I didn't know there was an automatic sorting system.
That's why each chest is filled, so it won't stay in it, so it'll just keep on going through.
Just throw all the stuff I've nicked from your base. Because I do not have an automatic sorter.
Well, I fully recommend having one. I am so lazy that I will portal from one part of my city to the other part. Or maybe it's just because my city's so huge.
I was gonna say, I don't think it's a problem of laziness. It's just this place is massive. The workshop and upgrade building with a yummy cockroach sitting on the table.
Up here, this is like the upgrade station, so in here I've got coins and jewels in it.
Oh, that must have taken forever to get all of those gemstones. Yeah. Well, I mean, okay, all of this must have taken forever, but still. Over to the left, we have a large empty diner, Vinny's Fine Grub Dinner. Now I remember these little tiles being a thing. What are these things?
They're carpet tiles. So if you put one down and you paint them in a different color then.
Oh, that's really cool.
And it's the same with the chairs. These are the normal wooden chairs painted black.
I didn't think that the colors would change like the whole design.
Yeah, pretty right. If you can be painted, it usually changes.
The diner features an outdoor seating area with delectable left outside grubs on sticks.
Just imagine how delicious it must smell.
That smells like ass.
Next is a bright blue music room with a detached composition room and a beautiful latrine. A terribly yellow central library filled with bookshelves with never to be read books. Now, how has this survived?
Oh yeah, this is another one of those original features that were here when I was exploring.
Because as soon as I found this, even later on in the game, I immediately took it apart. Below is where the lantern NPC gets another bright yellow room with a personal garden. Even further still is Creepy Corner with tons of look-alive pumpkin head people surrounding a haunted house.
As soon as I saw the stand being painted purple, I was like, that looks like somebody standing there. So you'll see it a few times where I've used it.
Now we break into her home, steal from the dining table, hide behind the hearth, get caught trying to steal the TV, and then get dragged into the bedroom? After that strange encounter is the painter's corner. Wait, can you pet each other's pets? Oh, that's cool. I didn't think, well, you know, I play single player mostly, so that's really cool. I didn't know that. Then we get to the gigantic fishing corner with each type of fishable water, starting with the acid water to the molten quarry.
I love that they made the rocks animated, whereas previously they were just rock. And now you can see the lava flowing out of it.
Oh, yeah, I don't think I saw that. Yeah, I do really like that they're animated. I mean, it makes more sense than just a hot rock. Then to the sunken sea spot and the Azios Wilderness spot with a moldy corner and another almost untouched original feature of the stone columns.
It's a shame that if you break that, then you don't get a half wall.
Yeah, that is true.
I had to learn it the hard way.
It would be nice almost like if, kind of like in Minecraft when you had Silk Touch, where you could keep some things the way that they are. Because like, for instance, if I take this ruined pillar and I place it right next to it, it may not be a full pillar. It might be one of these half pillars.
Yeah.
Because it's dependent on like the pixel and its inner coding or some mumbo jumbo like that.
90% of the time, I have no idea what the fuck I'm talking about.
But there was an item that changes every time you put it down. Oh, it was one of the tents in the Hobo Town. I wanted the tents to look at each other. And I probably sat there for 5 minutes. No. Just digging it back up so that it would come facing the right way. It was so frustrating.
Back to the top corner with the shimmering frontier fishing spot and a small desert pond. Outside of the fishing area is a lovely costume store with a fancy tech workshop right below. And here we have a tree?
I tried to make garden spaces rather than just buildings. And then that also leaves me space to build a building if I need to.
We have the seasonal area with the brightest yellow room known to man.
I don't know why it's so bright compared. It's the same flooring as the other one, but this is blinding.
It's so bright, even like the floor edges disappear.
One thing I'm really waiting for them to do is paintable doors. I can paint walls, but I can't paint doors. Steel door doesn't really make you think of love and Valentine's Day. And what you're into, but...
Hold up. Wait a minute.
Outside of the pink dungeon room, we get to the Christmas room, while the trader himself gets this tiny room. And this is one of your other gardens that may be consumed later.
Yep.
And now we get to this massive auto smelter and sorting room.
So this one's like the sorter, so if I put ore in here...
First I gotta steal it.
We live in a world where millions of people go every day without touching my shit. Why can't you be one of them?
So it just goes all the way around until it reaches its little chest, which is automatically sorted. Below that is an auto glass smelter area with a ridiculous amount of saved up glass. And I have no idea what the heck this thing is, but I want it.
Pick it up and read the description of it.
Failed Titan? A rare specimen of Colossus cicada that would have become a Titan, but due to becoming corrupted with crystals inside its husk, it died when it tried to finally emerge? Oh my gosh. Well, I'm glad it passed away so then I didn't have to fight it. Goodness.
And like everything, I'm like, can I pick it up? Oh, look, I can.
That is really cool. I wonder if there's more Titans around in like different biomes. That one just says that he's killed by the crystal. Maybe there's more like hiding about.
Something they could introduce.
Maybe not having to fight him. I'll pass on that one. Directly above is a cool carpet design that looks like snow and ice with the shimmering trader's home, complemented by an extremely large mob farm and grinder. Have you been able to find a way to clear the mushrooms?
No.
No, okay. Yeah, I tried my idea, which was to have the infested cavelings do it for me and have it all self-managing, and yeah, that didn't work. And this was like your first wall.
Yeah.
Before you expanded generously. And here's an insanely large farm that keeps going and going and going. Oh no. And in your little auto cooking place, you have a cockroach.
I'm sure if I was given a health rating, I'd probably have 1 now, wouldn't I?
I'm shutting it down.
Beyond the condemned kitchen is a massive auto wood farm and attached plank maker, which is overly stocked. Another fancy portal, with another farm large enough to feed an entire city's worth of people, even those who want something special for Valentine's Day. And Rena's character is so excited for the continuation of this vast tour to show off a giant repeating garden design to display the vast quantity of unnecessarily gathered resources to all those who want to enter the... Ow, I forgot about the spikes. This place even has stadiums to watch, discount NASCAR with functional starting lights. Well, I think there's only one way to show this off, is we got a race.
I'm terrible with the cars. Again, I am so terrible at like controlling them, you know?
Ready?
Nope.
You crashed over there. With one car out of commission, that just leaves me and the track. Oh no. Oh, I've gone a little off-roading. I'm fine, I think. This way. Ow, that's a music thing. Oh gosh, okay. And crashed into a Tesla coil. I think after that, running into... Oh no, I ran into something.
I don't know how to fucking drive. I don't know what any of this shit is, and I'm fucking scared.
Did you break something?
No! Now to repair our cart at the workshop and continue the tour, which includes an extensive desert filled with polystrollies and small desert ruins without the hassling assassins. There's also a feed station with an inconspicuous Mulan hiding amongst the others, another ridiculously large meadow biome which is covered in collectibles.
It's actually quite useful having you here because you're collecting everything for me. And
So that's really why you wanted to show the base, so then I could just be your little chore minion.
they just produce so much stuff.
It's probably because they have food for months.
These guys don't go hungry.
And they even have a dedicated barn. And as expected, even the Kelpals have a landmass for themselves. But these guys do go hungry.
Yeah, I don't fish enough.
And lastly, we'll check out the expansive minecart tracks that sprawl throughout this world. Get in the train cart, and this is which line?
This is the
East line. And
Bye.
I'll see you in like 30 minutes.
Let's open my map and we'll watch where you are. I was just digging away one day and just kept going. That's what I love about this game. Is just I love games that encourage you to explore, to encourage you to just go that little bit further.
I also love the procedural generation of no matter how far you get, that there's always something new. And each new world has a new format. Because I knew back in the day you could go and grab like the amber larvas and you could eat as many of them as you wanted so you could continue increasing your health. And they since changed that. But I liked the idea of keeping the amber larvas continuous like that because you would have to join a new map, find new things, and dig until you found the new amber larva of that map.
I liked with Minecraft when you're building something. It's like, oh, if I put that with this one thing and it changes the whole aesthetic of it. Whereas obviously this is not quite the same. But you collect so much stuff. I just love that you go into a temple and you're like, oh, this is kind of cool. I'm gonna take the whole thing with me and just destroy the entire thing. I'm like, what did you do last night? Oh, I've destroyed the temple and brought every single square block home with me.
I think I finally reached the end.
It wasn't too far.
That's almost 2,000 blocks long. Now I get to run all the way back.
It's just a straight line too. It's like a really disappointing Disneyland ride.
Riding on a bug, riding on a bug. You'd rather be in school than riding on a bug.
I'm just ready as I'm driving by innocently on this minecart and a bunch of cavelins just come out of nowhere. Because I've had that in one of my first worlds before I even started recording. And I had a small track and I ran through the Forgotten Ruins. And I guess I triggered an event where all the cavelins wanted to chase me and corner me. And so I hit the end of the track, which was still in the Forgotten Ruins. And there was like 30 of them waiting for me.
You're like, well, that didn't end well.
No, it ended as you would expect. Now I'm nervous about West Line, because this probably goes to the Sunken Sea.
So that one's not as long.
And the Forgotten Ruins. Oh look, Cavelin wanting to murder me. No, go away. Now I've got a couple of fireballs.
And coming across cavelins and like being murderized. I'm like, damn it. That wasn't too bad, was it?
No, this one's only about 500 blocks away. Well, I will come back bearing plenty of gifts.
You can keep it.
I got another sand wall for your glass farm.
Welcome back.
So you don't have a ridiculous tram to the desert?
Not yet.
Oh no, that means there are plans.
There's plans. And then
Where's this
that
one lead?
just goes up towards, well, north really.
Is it also ridiculously long?
Not as long as the other ones. I do like how with the updates, they update sometimes some of the older things, you know, when like adding in the cave-ins and the little wooden signs with the brutes and things like that.
Not as long. Almost 600 blocks away. What do you mean not as long? This is ridiculous. I do agree though that I like that even though they have updates with the new areas, they still go back and revamp some of the old stuff. So like the infested cavelings and stuff wasn't there obviously in the beginning.
That's kind of what this one's probably my third one, because when they introduced the meadows, the only way for me to get any meadow was to go so far out, and then it frustrated me that I couldn't bring anything back to my base. So I was like, I'm just gonna start a new one just so I can have a meadow close by.
You didn't want to drag a cattle all the way from deep within the Zeus wilderness all the way back home?
No, I did not.
It was fun.
It wasn't. I did it a couple times.
And then the cattle always wanted to run towards Doom with all the bush people. And I was like, no, stop. I'm just trying to take you home.
And like you would try to attack something and you accidentally killed them. You holding this piece of meat in my hand and I'm like, this is so frustrating.
You're just holding his meat.
It wasn't that far.
Oh my gosh. almost as long as the first one. This one was 1,700 blocks, and that's not
in my
including
head,
all
I'm
the
like-
curves and bends.
I'm like, yeah, it's not that far. And then I'm like, I laid that by hand. I don't know if you're like me, but like I can put a film on, and if I'm just laying track, I can watch a film and track at the same time.
I would love to agree, except I'm not great at multitasking.
No shit.
If I'm doing that, I will end up with a bushman in my face. And
I suppose that's the benefit of being a girl, where you can multitask.
yeah, multitasking typically leads me in a tombstone.
You just view it as another decoration.
One to add to my growing graveyard below my home.
See, funny enough, dying is what made me quit Minecraft. I had gone off on a tangent on Minecraft, and I was in a canyon, and I found a mine shaft. And I was so happy just going through this mine shaft, because again, I'm collecting stuff, and I was picking up some wood, one of the little wood trusses, and I was mining it, and it caused the ceiling to cave in on me. And everybody says to me, this isn't possible, it shouldn't have done it. But it pushed my character backwards into lava, and I lost everything. My diamond pick, my diamond armor, I lost everything. Because I fell and died in lava. I also lost my map, and I had no idea how to get home. I was naked in the middle of the forest or the desert with nothing. I was like, fuck this shit, and I stopped playing. And everybody's like, oh no, it shouldn't have pushed you in the lava. That's not possible. I'm like, it is possible. It did it to me.
Yeah, if you're on the edge of the square below you and gravel falls on you, it'll push you back. Otherwise, you'll just suffocate in the blocks and die. So, I mean, you got one or two options. You get the occasional love push, or you just suffocate in gravel and die.
Neither option is good for us.
No way, achieving gain all that back. So I rage quit.
That's how I feel about Terraria. Like, I played Terraria a couple of times, and it was literally just a death montage.
You're like, oh look, I'm dead again.
Yes, every turn. And you know, I joke all the time that I'm not very great at games. It's not really a joke, because I kind of suck. But Terraria is definitely the worst. I am terrible.
Did you ever play Stardew Valley?
No, I did not.
You would be good at that, because there's not a lot of dying in it.
Oh, that sounds fantastic. I have a chance. Or I'd find the one or two ways to pass away and figure them out.
Yeah, go into the caves and they can kill you, but it's not that big of a consequence. But most of it is just literally farming and romancing the villagers, and that's about it. But those were my tracks.
And how long have you been working on this map for?
This one's just a little over a year.
Goodness.
So are you a proud gamer, or are you in the closet gamer?
Well, I do have a YouTube channel, so I mean...
Well, I suppose. But do you share that with like friends and colleagues and family, or do you just keep it to yourself? Girls my age don't tend to play games, and you know, if somebody says, "Oh, what are you doing this weekend?" I'm not gonna say to them, "Well, I'm meeting up with a YouTuber to show them my base." It just isn't really cute. Everybody kept on saying to me, "You've done a lot. You should show people." And I'm like, "Well, how? I'm not gonna do a YouTube channel." They're like, "Well, contact one of the ones you really like." So I'm like, "Okay."
Well, I'm glad to be one of the ones that you like.
Yeah, you were the first, so I was glad that you responded.
I got the message, was like, yeah, I'll absolutely do this. I have no idea how I'm going to make a video about it, but I'll give it a try.
Like, yes! Not sure how, but I'm going to. I like your enthusiasm.
I look forward to seeing the update.
I'll keep you updated with it. I'll be like, look at this. And you're like, the hell is that?
And with that, the tour of this insane base is complete. So I'd like to thank Rena for having me on and showing me around. But that is all the time that I have for today. So I hope you guys enjoyed. And if you guys did, please consider leaving a like and subscribing. And I'll see you guys in the next one.
Bye.